Good day, namaste, and happy July. So here I am in Northern California, and I'm here to talk to you about my book, White Road. My name's Elijah Coberly, and I'm just finished this book, White Road. And it's a memoir, so these concepts in the book, you look at the cover, it says Memoir of Inner Transformation. What does that mean? Well, the concepts are about markers and markers on the hypothetical timeline. So we look at it, time as linear, and along this linear thing are these markers of maybe achievements or awards or accolades or negativity or frustration or anger, all valid, but we tend to think of it as linear. And so the linear mind wants to understand and rationalize and categorize and react. So the breath calms into the moment, and in the moment we become conscious. And in my book White Road, I talk about those moments of consciousness where suddenly you have a light that turns on or a switch. And you recognize that that was something that had to be a process for you to go through, for you to get to, say, the other side, or this point of consciousness. So the indigenous people, the Mayans, who also had the word Sakbe, which means white road, they looked at time as there's a center of the time, which is a 0 point. And from that 0 point, we have a spiral. And the spiral goes out, and time goes in a cycle, right? And eventually, it comes back to that center point. Well, that center point can be reached at any time. In other words, throughout my book, White Road, it's a memoir, and I talk about my journey of transformation. Throughout the whole thing, I'm using dreams to, let's say, change my perspective or karmas. Well, the dream practice is extensive as you'd like it to be. It could be recreational, and it also could be sort of interpreted as a way to get to moksha, which is a liberation type of process. Well, when you begin to remember your dreams, you have the ability to know that you are dreaming. And so the first process to awakening through the dream state is to become conscious that you're dreaming. And when you know that you're dreaming in your dream, that is a lucid dream. And when that occurs, then you have a choice. And the choice is to change the outcome. Well, whatever happens at night and whatever happens during the day can be a way to change the other one. So in other words, whatever you practice during the day generally happens at night. Have you ever had a dream and that dream becomes a reality? Or have you ever had something happen during the day and you dream about it at night? Well, if you practice throughout the day, wondering if you're dreaming, then and recognizing, am I dreaming or am I not dreaming? And that's called a state check. So these state checks could be, you're walking down the street, you walk into a coffee shop, you order a double shot mocha, you throw down a $20 bill, and the barista looks at you, and you're thinking, something should happen here. I should get some change or some coffee or something like that, but she just looks at you and stares. And you think, this is weird. Shouldn't I get my change or something? That happens for 30 seconds, and then you notice, maybe I might be dreaming. So One example is to look at your watch. You look at your watch, it says 4:20. You look away, you look back, it says 4:20. And you look away again and you look back and it says 777-365, and then it turns into a owl and it flies away, right? Well, you certainly wouldn't have this happen during the daytime. So you must be dreaming, right? But if nothing happens and it says 4:20 again, or 4:21, then you know that you are in fact not dreaming. So the concept of practicing during the day, whatever you practice during the day will become a practice at night, providing that you're conscious. So I invite you to check out my book White Road, where it talks a little bit about the dream portion of my reality. So, and that's a book that took me 5 years to write. It's a memoir. But if you're interested in lucid dreaming, in transformation through your dreams, I invite you to take a closer look at what I have to offer, and also notice that these dreams that you're having aren't coincidence. In other words, once you start practicing synchronicity, then your life becomes